Hello people, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be looking at one by Sarah Eaton. Every man knows a woman like this, and let's watch it and I'll give my thoughts.
A lot of you really need to understand that women pretend, and they are so good at pretending, some of them, that you will think that you found the love of your life, but the entire time she's just pretending. She's pretending to be interested in your hobbies. She's pretending to laugh at your stupid ass jokes. She's pretending to like you to get money out of you. She's pretending, that she's the country bumpkin that's going to be in the kitchen cooking and cleaning and having babies for you, only to then down the road want nothing to do with being a housewife or a stay-at-home mother. These women will pretend to like everything that you like because you will think that you found your soulmate. And you know what happens? As soon as you get comfortable, she gets to rip the rug from under you, and she's no longer happy that you have guy friends and you're hanging out with them, and she's not the cool, chill girl anymore, and she's not sleeping with you as much because in the beginning of the relationship, she's sleeping with you all the time, and she's cool with you staying out late, and she's cool with you still doing your thing until she realizes that she can't get what she wants anymore, and she takes it from you, and she slowly chips away at your self-worth and your self-esteem, and she becomes a woman that you don't even recognize. She starts to hate your hobbies. She starts to hate your jokes. She doesn't want to hang out with you. She's making excuses. And she might even go as far as to never officially make y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, so then later on she can say, oh, well, technically we were just friends. Technically we were just talking. Technically we hooked up, but it wasn't like that. Technically we were just a situationship. And they start getting you on these technicalities because they don't want to actually admit that they've been treating you like shit.
You notice how it's always women that bring up situationships? Very convenient, huh?
Or talking to dudes behind your back, or cheated on you, or did some shady ass shit. Women will pretend just as much as they need you, while simultaneously telling you that you are narcissistic and you love bomb them and you faked your entire personality, even though she faked her entire personality by pretending to be a sexual, soft, feminine woman, only to turn hard and cold and fucking mean once she didn't need you anymore. There's some women out here that are so good at pretending to love you, only to be going behind your back and lining up their ducks in a row to either leave your ass, never talk to you again, or make excuses as to why they cheated on you, but it wasn't like that because he was a work friend, or, whatever justification they need to make for cheating on you. And this is the same reason that as soon as she gets in a new relationship and you start to see her change her hobbies again, or change her personality again, or she has new interests, just know that she has just found her next supply, her next victim, to take on a new role, a new personality, a whole new life, while also preaching that all men are trash and they fake their personalities and they're narcissistic and they have nothing to offer. Meanwhile, she's only going to the next supply to get what they can offer. And she will never fix herself. She will just change partners. And she will repeat this cycle over and over and over again and make you think that you are the problem, even though she has no identity, doesn't know who she is, lacks self-worth, and needs guys to validate who she is as a person. Okay, bye.
Yeah, so I think that we can all agree that we all know that chicks do act like
How to get what you want from,
and the bottom line is, I think that many men have this view of women. Sorry about that, I clicked the video off. I was going to read the comments, but a lot of us guys, and I'm sure we can agree, know that when we meet a woman, they seem a certain way, and it's always the best version. So do you notice that if you're a guy like me and you've had quite a lot of different relationships, long term, shorter term, in between, that every time a woman, a chick, whatever you want to call them, comes into your life, it's always so great when you first meet them, if you connect on that level and You know, so when you have that kind of a, oh, we got on, they're always so nice to begin with, and then it's like the act just disappears at a certain point, and the real them comes out. You see a side where you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Or then you start to see bit by bit they'll take this away, that away, change this. They'll, you know, be a bit funny with you about that, and then they start just changing and throwing these little tests out and these little games, and it's like, I think the reality is, in my opinion, that honestly, I believe that the percentage of women, I know men can be narcissists, but I think that the percentage of narcissistic women right now today is at its highest level ever. And I think through social media, etc., all the attention they can get, and just the fact that women naturally get attention from men, now it's like 10x. It's like on steroids. And it pretty much means that they thrive in attention and superficial and constantly being stimulated. So that is what a narcissist is, because a narcissist is somebody who can't be content and constantly needs a human energy, a human supply to thrive and get by. It's like a vampire with blood. Now that's why we're seeing that not many women can just have a normal life, you know, and just be happy with one man and just form a bond. It's that they are so narcissistic that they constantly need more and more and more and more. There's no pleasing a modern woman for more than 5 minutes, it seems. And cutting a long story short, I think that what this woman's saying is that realistically women are all an illusion. The version that, so if you meet a chick, the high likelihood that she is acting and putting on a fake persona when you're meeting her and getting to know her is very likely, very, very high. And that the chances that you're speaking to the person you think you're speaking to at the beginning doesn't exist. And they try and create this image at the beginning so that you think, oh, that's how they are, they're this great person, and you keep that image of them, and that's the kind of image you have of them, and then they slowly start to just work their black magic, their witchcraft on you by trying to change this, tell you can't do that, manipulate you with that, you know, just you starting to play all these little games, just throwing in these different things, and before you know it, you're like, wait a minute, who is this person? What is going on? We're arguing all the time. She's never happy, you know, or there's just always some drama. And my summation in modern relationships is, it's like you're on a nice boat, you're out in a yacht, everything's great, the sun's shining, the birds are, you know, tweeting, whatever. You can, it's just majestic, and you feel like, oh, this is quite euphoric. And then before you know it, the woman's down in the hull saying, this is just going too nice and smooth. I need some drama. So she'll drill a hole in the boat. And then that's where it kind of starts, you know, and then she just keeps drilling holes. Just for the hell of it. It's like, why can we not just be happy and content? Why do we need all these games, drama, nonsense, fall-ins, fall-outs? Because that's how women thrive. And the bottom line is, it's like, relationships to me is that you're in a sinking ship after a while. So it starts off good, then it just goes down and down and down, and before you know it, you're like, I need to get off this so I can breathe, or I'm going to suffocate. And then you get up and you're like, oh, thank God that's over, I can breathe. That's, and then you meet another woman on a hot chick in a boat, or you know, you get on that and think, oh, she's going to be different. And then yet again you get on so good for a while, and then she starts drilling holes in the boat and it starts sinking. That's the way I see it, and it's basically because women are not the real version that they portray to you at the beginning. They have to act in a way that they know men like, but that's not actually who they are, you see. And you won't really truly know a woman until you've had a real proper argument with her, or you've got in a situation where, you know, you can see her true colours. And very more often than not, you start to see a side of women that is just so evil and just cold. You're like, wow, this is just not worth the issue and the hassle, you know. And you get to a point where you're like, well, time to walk away from this. And it's just like a repeated cycle because women are fake. Just look at them. They wear makeup, they've got fake fillers, fake BBLs, fake boobs, fake this, fake that, and then they'll turn round and say they want a real man. It's just insane. So until the next time, take it easy and peace.